Once upon a Monday, a day that felt just like any other Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday in the relentlessly vibrant, perpetually buzzing headquarters of Neon Pop Innovations, a dog became CEO. Not through a hostile takeover involving chew toys, not through a democratic election with ballot boxes full of biscuits, but through a cosmic, chaotic, and utterly accidental twist of fate. It began, as most corporate legends do, with an empty chair and a case of mistaken identity. The air in the office was thick with the scent of ozone from the glowing signs and the faint sweet aroma of high-fructose ambition. The usual symphony of productivity was in full swing. The frantic clatter of keyboards, the whoosh of documents flying through pneumatic tubes, and the incessant, cheerful dinging of completed tasks. No one noticed the change. No one ever does at first.
"Good morning, team!" The words, or rather the confident barks that sounded remarkably like them, echoed through the open-plan office. "I've arrived." The thought was as crisp and clean as the crease in my tiny trousers. This place, it feels right. It smells of opportunity, and faintly of the high-end salmon treats I suspect are hidden in the executive pantry. My paws, freshly buffed this morning, feel a strange magnetism to the plush neon-pink carpet. This is my domain now. I can feel it in my whiskers. Confidence. Achieved. Title. Secured. It wasn't just a feeling. It was a fact. The nameplate on the door, which previously read Mr. Rory Lyon, had mysteriously glitched. The holographic letters flickered, rearranged themselves, and now proudly displayed Mr. Pawsident. A promotion. I knew my quarterly performance review, which consisted of successfully chasing my own tail for a record-breaking 72 seconds, would pay off. The universe rewards excellence. It rewards panache. And I, my friends, have panache in spades.
Welcome, Mr. Pawsident. The raccoon, whose name tag identified him as Ricky from Intern Resources, stammered, his eyes wide with a mixture of terror and awe. He'd been told the new boss was decisive. He hadn't been told the new boss was also adorable. This created a significant cognitive dissonance he was not equipped to handle before his morning coffee.
"Celebrate the small wins," I barked, my voice full of magnanimous leadership, and the first win of the day is acknowledging my undeniable presence. Let this be a lesson to you all. Every moment is an opportunity for a tiny, self-contained parade. Corner, claimed, office, occupied. Now for the business of business. Meeting time. There's no time to waste when you're at the top. The early dog gets the worm, or in this case, the early CEO realigns the entire corporate synergy before lunch. I surveyed the empty boardroom. A blank canvas. A sea of potential waiting for my visionary brushstrokes. My agenda is simple yet profound. It is a three-pronged strategy destined for the history books. First, speed. We must be faster. Faster than the competition, faster than yesterday, faster than a squirrel with a stolen acorn. Second, snacks. A well-fed team is a productive team. Our snack budget shall henceforth be unlimited. Third, and most crucially, sparkle. Everything we do must have more sparkle. Our products, our marketing, our inter-office memos. More sparkle.
Squawk. Logged. Polly, the parrot, screeched, her feathers shimmering under the neon lights. Her tiny screen already displayed the minutes. CEO mandate, go fast, eat everything, be shiny. It was the most inspiring corporate directive she had ever transcribed.
Visionary. The panda, Bao, murmured, a tapioca pearl popping softly in his mouth. He finally understood. The user journey wasn't about clicks or conversions. It was about the sparkle. It was about the snacks. It was genius in its simplicity.
"Up and to the rightish," the fox Phineas declared, pointing a sleek claw at the newly adjusted chart. The y-axis no longer measured revenue. It now measured sparkle units per snack. The trajectory was astronomical. This was the disruptive thinking they'd been missing.
Execute. The word hung in the air, heavy with purpose. I had given them the vision. Now they would make it reality. I leaned back in my chair, which squeaked approvingly. Being a CEO was easy. You just have to have the best ideas.
Following the leader. The llama who managed operations bleated with newfound purpose. The path forward was so clear, no more complex logistical chains, just speed, snacks, and sparkle.
Glub proved. Bubbled the goldfish from finance, his voice distorted by the water. He had run the numbers. An infinite snack budget combined with maximum sparkle yielded a theoretical ROI that broke his tiny calculator. It was flawless.
Launch everything. Now, no delays, no second guessing. The time for thinking is over. The time for launching is upon us. Release the products, send the emails, unleash the sparkle cannons.
Shipping squeaks by noon, the otter yelled, narrowly avoiding a collision with a ficus plant. He wasn't entirely sure what a squeak was in a shipping context, but he was shipping it, and it was definitely squeaking.
Hi, we sparkle. Interested? The meerkat chirped into his headset, cold-calling potential clients. The new pitch was irresistible. Who could say no to more sparkle?
Robust. Liquidity. Literally. The owl, Professor Hoot noted with satisfaction as the goldfish from finance approved another massive expenditure on glitter. The company was now swimming in assets.
System fabulized. The chameleon whispered, his skin cycling through a rainbow of colors in sync with the system's new dazzling interface. It was less efficient, but infinitely more fabulous.
You get a raise, and a sticker, and you get a raise, and a sticker. The bunny cheered. Morale had never been higher. Compensation was now tied directly to one's ability to appreciate sparkle.
Logistics optimized, the beaver declared proudly. He had rerouted all production lines to pass through the new sparkle infusion chamber. It added 3 days to shipping time, but the unboxing experience would be unforgettable.
Sky-high impressions, the peacock announced, preening. Their latest ad campaign, which was just a 5-second video of a glitter bomb exploding, had gone viral.
Approved, approved, approved. I was in the zone, the flow state, the glorious executive whirlwind of decisive action. My paw was a blur of ink and authority. Left, right, jazz pause. This wasn't just management. This was performance art. A motivational dance to inspire the troops.
Innovative perspective, Phineas whispered to a nearby colleague. The CEO is teaching us to move in all directions at once. It's multi-directional synergy.
Paw authentication enabled, Polly squawked. All systems now require a paw print to log in. It's more secure and cuter.
Best culture ever. Bao sighed contentedly. Mandatory nap times, unlimited snacks, and a corporate mission he could finally understand.
Elegant safety, the llama noted. Our new protocols are not only compliant, they're dazzling.
But amidst all this success, we must not forget our core objective, fetch. The word, my ultimate purpose, the driving force behind all canine endeavor. It was time to align the company with my deepest, most primal instinct.
Chasing KPIs, the meerkat shrieked, his little legs a blur. He would be the first to fetch the glowing metric.
Valuation. Fetching, the owl confirmed, adjusting his visor. The market loves a company with a clear, singular goal.
Wait. A thought, unbidden and strange, percolated through my brain. It felt different from the usual thoughts about naps, squirrels, and the structural integrity of squeaky toys. Are we thinking, or are we just following? I looked at the sea of eager, nodding faces. They were all looking at me, waiting for the next command, the next simple, shiny idea. They weren't creating, they were obeying.
We kinda like following, she admitted in a small voice. It's easier. The snacks are great, and the sparkle is very cheerful. Thinking is hard. It has fewer stickers.
Leaders listen. The realization hit me with the force of a thrown tennis ball. I had been so focused on being the one with the ideas, I forgot that the best ideas aren't mine. They're ours. My job wasn't just to command. It was to create a space where everyone felt safe enough to have their own ideas, even if those ideas were less sparkly.
Squawk. Ideas unlocked, Polly cried. She suddenly had a thought about optimizing the sparkle cannons for energy efficiency.
New agenda, I announced, my voice calm but firm. Ask, think, then fetch, in that order.
Check before cheer. The owl hooted softly, a much more fiscally responsible, though admittedly less thrilling mantra.
We fetch together, I said, looking around at my team. My real team. Not just followers, but thinkers, innovators, a pack.
And so, the company didn't just get faster, tastier, and shinier. It got smarter. Because they learned that day to follow the idea, not just the leader. Even if the leader is a very, very good boy.